Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this Rosewill BLACKHAWK-ULTRA full tower computer case. This case has a steel body with some plastic, and it measures 9.45 inches wide, 25 inches tall, and 25.99 inches deep. And the front is entirely made of mesh, which is nice for airflow. And you get 3 5¼ inch drive bays, one 3.5 inch drive bay with an adapter inside, and below that you get 2 pre-installed 140mm red LED fans. On this side, you get a pre-installed 230mm red LED fan, and there are a lot of mounting points for 9 120mm fans. Now that is a lot of airflow. On the back, we have some grommets here for threading your cables through or your water cooling tubes, and 2 power supply mounts. You can mount a power supply at the top, the bottom, or have a dual PSU setup. And here is your pre-installed 140mm fan, and you'll be able to install a 120 if you would like. A knockout for your input-output shield for your motherboard, 10 expansion slots, and finally on this side, we have mounting points for a 92mm or a 120mm fan to cool the area behind your motherboard tray, but more specifically the area behind your CPU. Paul has helped me pop off this front bezel because he is awesome like that. And here's a look at the other side of it. To remove the 5¼ inch drive bay cover, simply pop out the tabs like that. Here is a look at your 2 140s, and up here at the top, if you choose to only use one 5¼ inch drive bay, you can use these metal plates to install a 120mm fan for some extra airflow. At the top of the case, we have your 2 pre-installed 230mm red LED fans, but you have the option to install 3 140s or 2 180s. And if I remove this cover, reveal your hot swap dock for your 3.5 inch as well as 2.5 inch drives. Over here is your power button, reset button, 4 USB 2.0 ports, your headphone and microphone jacks, and 2 USB 3.0 ports. Let's move around to the bottom. We have some raised feet for airflow as well as some rubber padding to reduce vibration. And let me just remove this mesh here real quick to show you your mounting points for either 2 120 or 2 140mm fans. But bear in mind that if you install 2 fans, it may conflict with your power supply. I've already removed the right side panel, so let's take a look. Over here we have a cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, and here is a grommet that if you take out, it can act as a cutout if you are using a larger motherboard and running dual CPU, so it's pretty useful. And other than that, we have a lot of other rubber grommets to thread your cables through, and several tie-down points to manage those cables. Before we take a look at the interior, here is another look at your pre-installed 230mm LED fan. And its 3-pin connector. It also comes with a handy Molex adapter. Alright, inside, as you can see, it is fully painted black, and the motherboard tray does include some standoffs on there for you already, and it's compatible with ATX, eATX, XL-ATX, and HPTX motherboards. Down here, we have this Velcro strap to hold your power supply in place, and they've also included some foam padding here and some rubber pads down here to reduce the vibration. And over here, we have a couple cables. This is your SATA and Molex plugs for the hot swap dock at the top of the case. And here are a bunch of your front panel connectors. Let me just untie this real quick. This is your 20-pin USB 3.0 header. And here are your various power reset and LED plugs. This is you get 2 USB 2.0 connectors, and here are your audio connectors. Over here, is a look at your pre-installed 140mm rear exhaust fan with its 3-pin connector. And if I tilt this, you'll be able to see your 2 pre-installed 230mm LED fans, which are currently plugged into this fan hub here. This hub can power 5 fans with a Molex connector, and they've included this cable here for you that goes down to this fan hub here for daisy chaining purposes, and this fan hub can also power 5 fans with a Molex plug. But with a single Molex plug, because of the daisy chain, you'll be able to power both fan hubs with 1 Molex plug. And currently your 2 front 140mm LED fans are plugged into this bottom hub here, and your 2 140mm drive cage fans, mounted onto your drive cage, are plugged in as well. And I want to quickly mention that with these fans installed, you'll get 15.9 inches of space to install a graphics card, but without these 2 fans, 17 inches of space. And over here on the right, we have your 5¼ inch drive bays. It's a toolless installation. All you have to do is push this to the left and lift to unlock. And finally, down here we have your 10 drive mounts for your 3.5 inch as well as 2.5 inch drives. They've also included these rubber pads to reduce vibration. These are the accessories included in the box. First up, we have your user manual and 2 4+4-pin CPU extension cables. Here we have some casters with brakes, which is pretty awesome. And it's useful in that this case is really huge and heavy, so with these attached, you'll be able to easily transport your awesome case. And here we have some cable ties, a bag of all your mounting screws, a standoff socket to screw in your motherboard standoffs, and finally this motherboard speaker. Here's a demo of the red LED fans in this case. These are your 2 front LEDs. This one is your side LED. And finally, let me just tilt this. Here are your 2 top LEDs. That wraps up our overview on this Rosewill BLACKHAWK-ULTRA full tower computer case. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.